Hello, and welcome back to Chronically Joyful. I'm Kat Weston, and I am so sorry for the lack of video last week. Let me tell you a story, folks. I spent an hour doing the best interview I possibly could have conducted on this channel and was so excited to share that with all of you fine folks. And this program I'm currently using to do all of my recordings just didn't save it. So I'm not going to tell you who I interviewed or what that was about because we are going to do it again and pray that it actually turns out equally as good as the first one because it was amazing and I really am excited to share it with all of you. I think you're going to get so much value out of it. And I'm clearly still a little bit salty over the fact that it didn't save. After an hour of time, I took an hour of the interviewee's time. She looked amazing. It was perfect. And that is why there was no video last week. I was too grumpy to be able to record something else. So sorry about the lack of consistency here, but I'm also living in a season right now where I don't know what day it is, what month it is, what year I'm in, what's happening at any point in time in my life. I'm just here. And I'm happy to be here. So thanks for bearing with me. And let's hop to today's very brief topic because I did want to maintain some semblance of consistency here. Featured today is this Sailor Moon little action figure that I found buried in a box that I remember taking this to elementary school with me every single day back in the day. And here she is. So this video brought to you by Sailor Moon. But today, I want to talk about paradoxes because honestly, when you really break it down, life is one huge paradox. And where I'm going with this is just, I've taken on a practice in my personal life to help me remain chronically joyful at all times through what I will say is the hardest time in my young life. This month was really bad, to put it bluntly, guys. Like, bad things have happened. However, I will never let these bad things stop me from remaining chronically joyful and trying to still maintain this self, this persona that I am. I am. But the paradox specifically that I wanted to chat with all of you fine folks today about is that remaining confident in the things that you are doing, even though you have zero physical evidence or proof to make you feel the way that you feel, and still at the same time feeling 0% confident that these things are going to happen. That's a lot to chew on. I'm going to give you guys a second. Isn't the internet amazing that I can just hit pause and put you guys down and gather my thoughts to actually make sense of whatever's happening, even though my cog fog this morning, as a warning, it's real bad. So this is going to be a little bit of a bumbly video, but that's what we're here for. We are here for authenticity and all things authentically true. So thank you for bearing with me. Thank you for being here with me today, as always. And let's talk about the paradox of life, shall we? So in my personal life, I have been very interested in the teachings of Neville Goddard, law of assumption, manifestation, and honestly believing in magic for the last couple of years, and in actually putting these concepts into practice have yielded some really blasphemous results. I don't have a better word for it, but I am gobsmacked about my own life right now and the things that are happening in the best way. Positively, not talking about the trauma of July, but everything else that has happened, honestly. Even the bad things, I now see maybe why they happened. I've stopped asking why. I just accept things exactly as they are and move forward. But I kind of see the bridge of where I am right now and kind of why the bad things have happened. And to be here right now, I can actually say to all of you confidently that I had a belief, as an example, not getting into specifics here, and I just told myself it was true with zero physical evidence. In fact, I was receiving the exact opposite. of said core belief inside of myself. And I just kept going, nope, nope. I've heard people say that's not my order. That's not what it is. And what I mean by this is I wasn't in denial. I wasn't being like, ooh, I don't want to look at that. Like, I'm going to ignore that. No, like I just was a human being and like felt my feelings throughout the things. I've purged so much this month. Fun fact, if you ever just need a really good cry, start listening to live orchestrations and beautiful performances, because that is what did it for me. Shout out to the Agnus Dei by Samuel Barber specifically. That one it got me sobbing, and then it just kept giving me like interstellar live performances and beautiful, beautiful concerts. And I just cried, and it felt so cleansing, and it was just so beautiful. I just completely lost my train of thought on that. But if you need a good cry, Agnus Dei, Samuel Barber. But the concept of seeing is believing, I believe in the complete opposite now. I no longer need to see physical evidence in my waking life to still hold firm to my beliefs. An example I'm going to use is my multiple sclerosis. I keep saying I'm gonna fix it magically. I have a background in nutrition, mind you, and this is very exciting. Where like I have had no evidence other than how I'm feeling, and my treatment goes really well, even though I'm still bruised from the last one. And it's just like I'm kind of holding on to how I'm feeling without physical evidence of like improved MRI scans or anything like that. My MRI scan most recently was inactive, and I will take that. I am not relapsing. I am not flaring. I'm very, very grateful for that, knock on wood. But I keep telling myself, I'm going to figure out a way to fix this, and then I'm going to share it with all of you. So, using this example, I have just believed this so firmly, and I've been symptomatic some days too. Like I will have foot drop and cog fog like I do right in this moment. I've had a really long-term stint of optic neuritis in my left eye, and just like I've had symptoms pop up, but it hasn't deterred me, and I haven't let it. And with that, just like firmly believing that like regardless of what I'm experiencing right now, I see it, I feel it, let myself like process through that, but it's not going to stop me from really firmly believing I'm going to fix it. Last weekend, I'm just doom scrolling on Instagram, and I stumble upon a photo that I still need to further investigate, but I investigated enough that I feel confident sharing this here, where there has been extensive research done on twins specifically, where one twin has multiple sclerosis, the other does not. This is some of what I believe is the most groundbreaking research that I've come across in the last almost 12 years of having this illness, where what they found is in the twins with MS, they have a specific gut bacteria in their microbiome, but the other twin does not. And everything, all health, wellness, illness, it all starts in the gut. And knowing this, with my applicable nutrition background, I'm going to go ham on this information, and I am going to deep dive and try to figure out like what causes the development of this, because I am now officially 99% confident that I have it too. And I'm like, how do I get rid of it? How do I make it better? And it's like I have a trajectory on how I think I'm going to try to approach fixing this. And it's so exciting. And it's like I had no physical evidence until it showed up. And I have felt this way now for 3 years. I've just been like, I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fix it. It's fine. I just feel really firmly that I'm going to find a way to fix it. I just am. Seeing is not believing. I had zero physical evidence on this at all. And then suddenly I stumble upon this article, which has led me down a rabbit hole, an exciting, exciting rabbit hole that I'm going to try to find resources to link below so folks can read up on your own, fact check. It is so important, especially with something like this. Very different than when the MS Society was like, we think Epstein-Barr caused this. I still have very large feelings about that. announcement, clearly. But it is a paradox of feeling so confident that I'm going to fix my illness. I'm going to heal. I still feel very confidently in that. But also not feeling 100% confident about it all the time. Like in moments where I am symptomatic, it is like ugh, oh no, maybe I'm not making as much progress as I thought. And just like the paradox of feeling really firm in a decision that I made, that decision being I'm going to fix this, but then also sometimes having that confidence waver and be like, I don't actually know if this really will be a thing. And it's honestly just the strength of belief. And I know how it sounds. Like I'm all about like the science, the facts, the information, but also you guys have seen my moon rocks. You guys have seen and heard about my journaling practices on the new and full moon. Happy full moon in Aquarius as of yesterday, everybody. We love her. But it is also just that resolve that we can heal without big pharma. Don't find me. I'm like, are people going to come find me now? Oh my God, somebody help. They're coming for me. No, I'm just kidding. But the paradox of just remaining so resolute and confident in a decision while also being uncertain. And trying to normalize that as a feeling that like, it's okay to feel that way. It doesn't mean that you're derailing from the track of your goal by any means. You can still feel uncertain about that trajectory, but feeling confident in it at the same time. It is that paradox where both can exist at once. It's just, where do you choose to put the most of your attention and energy? Because that is where you are actually going to see results, good or bad, either way. Like if I were to flip my mindset right now and be like, there's no way I'm going to be able to fix this. It's impossible. Like if my last infusion went terribly and I had all these symptoms, like that's a normal reaction to have. And it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But that's not where I choose to put my very precious energy and focus. Instead, it's like, even if my infusion went bad and like I have had some severe symptoms recently due to the trauma of July, and honestly, I'm pretty proud of myself because given the things that have occurred, you would think that it'd be a heck of a lot worse. But here I am. And I am still feeling very, very confident, especially with this evidence coming out. And like, because I'm me and I'm a little bit spiritual, I'm over here and I'm like, my confidence and my resolve that this is really going to be a thing that I can really figure out. Now I'm seeing evidence. I don't need to see it before I believe it. I'm the opposite. I believe it, and then most often I see it. And I'm patient because this stuff takes time. It's not an overnight thing. And if you ever hear anybody be like, I am a witch that magically got everything I wanted overnight, so you're just doing something wrong, they're lying to you. Don't listen to them. They're not safe. So just that deep resolve and belief in the things that you are striving towards, even without that physical evidence in front of you. It's okay to be uncertain. That uncertainty can exist at the same time that you are confident. So this very short clip to make up for last week's boo-boo, which I'm about to do some testing for anybody that knows about recording software on here. I'm using a MacBook Pro, guys. Like I've got a little microphone here. I don't have equipment yet, which is also why that interview was so good, because it was somebody I trusted, somebody who's very safe, that I was like, this is not going to be great. Like it was filmed exactly like this is, but in the future, when I do eventually invest in the right equipment, I do want to start my interview series. That was the whole purpose of last week. And I do want to have like the Joe Rogan experience set up with multiple cameras so you can like see the person's face and then like actually hear them and all of that good stuff. But this is a baby channel. We're new here and we're doing this all together. So I'm going to do some testing. I'm using OBS, by the way. So if anyone has a better software where I can still have the ability to like see myself here and hit pause and be goofy the way that I like to do these recordings, because I don't edit any of this. I just go back through and I put timestamps at the bottom for you folks who have better things to do when I have an hour-long interview. I understand. Nothing personal taken. Please drop those recommendations below, because that is the third time I've had a video that I'm like, this is going to be magnificent. This is going to help the right people, and felt really good about it. And then it didn't save. And there's no warning, by the way. I don't even know if this one's going to save. We're going to find out. But if you have recommendations, please drop those below. I would appreciate it so much. And if you have firm things that you have resolute belief in and zero physical evidence, share those below too, because they will inspire other people to think a little outside the box and believe before we see. It's not a normal thing for people to do, but let's normalize it for our lovely chronic illness community and come together as magical little human beings, because we are. The chronically ill community is so unique and special, and I've had such a pleasure meeting so many different people on this path of life that have just impacted me in ways that I didn't expect. So thank you for joining me on this Thursday when I'm supposed to be posting this. And as always, the light in me sees the light in all of you. I love you so much. Thank you for bearing with me as we kick this YouTube channel off the ground. I love all 35 of you. 35! More than 17 when we started, guys. I appreciate you being here so much. I hope you get value out of this. If you do, please let me know below or message me through Instagram. Find that link in my bio. Have the most wonderful of Thursdays.